Hey guys, this is Victor, and today I'm going to show you making the second fermentation of my kefir. So this is a jar of kefir that has been fermented for 24 hours, approximately, doesn't have to be exact. And I'm going to strain it out. And then in the same jar, I'm actually going to put bananas and some organic super fiber and cacao and blend it up. But the first thing is you'll see, notice I'm using a wooden spoon. I have a nylon mesh strainer. And I really have a lot of grains here. This is much more than I need, but in the summertime it's warmer, so I'll use like less than half as much. But in the wintertime, my house is a bit cool, so the grains ferment slower. So right now I'm going to take the grains and I'm going to put them into a clean new jar, and then I'm going to add some raw milk into that. Now my grains are growing all the time, and so I'm going to take some of the grains and I'm going to put them in to blend them up and drink them with my shake, because they're always growing. And I kind of have too much, but that's okay. I'll eat a bunch more tomorrow. Or if you another thing, like sometimes if you have animals like pets, cats and dogs, feed the grains to them, eat them yourself, flush them down the toilet. They're great for septic systems. You can do all kinds of things with the extra grains. They're just always growing. So anyway, so that's all done. That was pretty easy. And you notice it's a little bit thin, and that's okay. Sometimes some people will have thicker grains. So now you can see my grains here. They kind of look like this rubber cauliflower, right? The sunlight coming through makes the lighting a little bit strange. And then I've got some raw milk here. And I'm just going to refill this with the raw milk. I'll just shake it up. You want to shake your raw milk if it's cow's milk, if it's separating, because you want the cream to be mixed in well. Goat's milk doesn't separate, right? So I'm lucky I have easy access to raw milk here. But if you don't have access to raw milk, just get the best milk that you can. So now I mix that up a bit, and that's basically done. I can throw that in the sink. And then you can cover this with a tissue or any kind of thin cloth or a paper towel and a rubber band. Or I happen to have this reusable fermenting cap. And this is okay. I honestly, in the summertime, I honestly prefer just using a rubber band and a tissue, because it's better at keeping the bugs out. Because really tiny bugs can still get in here, actually. So the idea is this should be breathing. And then this is going to stay overnight. Right, so I leave that jar there. I actually leave it near my Somavedic device, which most of you probably don't know. I'll do a separate video on the Somavedic device. But that's a great device that actually structures water and stuff and protects you from EMFs. So anyway, that stays here until tomorrow, and then I repeat this same thing tomorrow. So now I've got this, and I'm going to do, in fact, I feel like doing banana. I'm going to do chocolate, banana, peanut butter, and I'm going to add this organic super fiber from Touchstone. Great stuff. So this will thicken up my kefir and give me even more fiber, or give more fiber to the microbes to eat, which is really nice, right? So you can think of it as a prebiotic in addition to fiber for your body. And I will also, depending on the flavor I want to do, I'll use super green juice instead of this. But this is really good because it doesn't have flavor, or a more neutral flavor. And so I really just want to focus like on my chocolate banana or chocolate peanut butter banana. And so you'll see, I'm actually going to put 2 big bananas in with this. And you notice these bananas are pretty ripe. So there's a little more sugar in them, right? But that's okay. The kefir is going to eat some of the sugar anyway, and I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that amount. It depends on, what you want to do in your situation, your personal situation. You might find that bananas that are that are less ripe are better for you. But I'm okay with these kind of bananas. And actually, I just tasted the banana. It's so-so. It's not a really great banana. But I really do love bananas. And these are, like I said, these are two really, really big ones. So I'm going to end up with kind of too much kefir here. In fact, I'm going to eat a little bit more of the banana. So there's my banana. I'm going to put in like I put in like 1 or 2 tablespoons of this. This is less than 2 tablespoons, this scoop that I'm using. It's actually not the scoop that comes with it, but that's about how much I want to put in. Again, this is a thing of preference. And then I'm going to put in some organic cacao, because I just love chocolate. All right. So, wow, this is almost finished. I got to get more. And I'm going to put in about, this is about a teaspoon or so. And that's enough, actually, for me, for the flavor I'm looking for. But again, if you want to put in double that amount, that's fine. Sometimes I do. And I'm going to put in some organic peanut butter. Now, really important, if you're going to use peanuts or peanut butter, you really want to make sure that they're dry roasted. So this peanut butter is pretty good. So it's an organic dry roasted peanuts and salt, and there are no other ingredients in here. This is actually not my favorite brand though. Shout out to Maranatha. They've got the best, but they have many kinds. Not all their peanut butter is great. You want to get the one that has only the peanuts and the salt. And in this case, again, you put as much according to the flavor you like. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of peanut butter in there. Oops. Okay, so I'm done with that. And then I'm going to pour my kefir on top. And you're going to see I got like way too much stuff in here. This is like all filled up to the top. This is not what you normally want to do, but I actually drink some of it right after I make it. Because if you fill it up and then it starts to ferment, it's going to overflow. And that's going to be a disaster. It's going to be like a volcano all over the place. And I have had that happen, by the way. And then my favorite thing is to use a hand blender, a hand blender, sorry. And so I'm using this one. This is not actually my favorite model. I've used a bunch, over the years. So let me just blend this. It doesn't take that long, really. All right, that's it, and that's done. I'm gonna throw this in the sink now too. It's like so good. And that's it. And now I have this big container of double it's not fermented yet, right? So this is gonna stay on my counter for maybe 8 hours or 10 hours or something. You wanna leave it on the counter at least 4 hours, really more, and then it will go in the fridge. But I'm actually going to drink some like right now. Oh, that is so nice. Yeah, actually this adds a kind of a nice flavor to it, but very mild without really interfering. Because I've been looking for other things that like add kind of a malt flavor, but it's without getting, the bad artificial malt. But anyway, yeah, this came out really nice. And I'll drink a little bit more to try to get this down. because when it ferments, it's going to actually like kind of bubble up and thicken a bit more. But that's it. That's how you do, that's how I make my kefir. That's the second ferment, right? Again, I got this one now. This sits for 24 hours. And then tomorrow I do the same process. And these two are going to sit side by side now. They're just going to sit here. And this is going to go, this one gets a loose cover. Again, I could just put, I leave it loose. I could just put tissues with a rubber band or something over it. You want to let them breathe. And later tonight, when I put this in the fridge, I'm going to close it tight. And it'll continue to ferment at a very slow rate in the refrigerator. And then I'll drink it tomorrow. And I already have my one from today. I already finished. That's it. If you got any questions, let me know.